What's going on, guys? It's Cobbler's Vlogs back with another video. Today we're going to be previewing the Northampton Town versus Leyton Orient game away from home. Leyton Orient struggling in the league. The Cobblers are 4-1 emphatic win over Morecambe on Saturday. But is Derby County in their minds? Friday night, that is definitely going to be in the minds. Will he change the squad? Will he rotate the squad? Is the league the focus, or is the FA Cup the focus? We'll chat about it all in this video, but let's look at the head-to-head between the two sides. So, we look at the games between Northampton Town and Leyton Orient. It's been 60 games the teams have played with each other throughout the club's history. The first game coming in 1929, 23rd of November. It was a 0-0 draw in the Division 3 South. And this season, of course, it was a 1-0 victory for the Cobblers. But Leyton Orient haven't done well this season. They currently sit in 20th, haven't won in 5. It was always tough. A lot of changing managers for Leyton Orient. Just Edinburgh sadly passed away. And they've had a change in manager. They didn't know who to really bring in, and it's it's sad times for Leyton Orient. They're not a League 2 club; they're much higher, but sadly they're without a win in 5. We look at their last 3 games. On New Year's Day, they lost 1-0 to Walsall, and Walsall did go down to 10 men in that game as well. They did get a point though against Grimsby on the following Saturday, the 11th. That was a 1-1 draw at home against Grimsby Town, and on Saturday they lost 1-0 to Port Vale. But as a result of Leyton Orient's poor form, that leaves them in 20th with 6 wins, 9 draws and 12 losses, and only 5 points above the bottom placed Morecambe. But we're going to look at the Cobblers' last 3 games, just to give you a little bit of context. 4-2 win in the Burton game in the FA Cup third round, meaning Derby County is the team to play us in the 4th round, beating Salford by 2-1 and beating Morecambe by 4-1. So, very, very close. The main talk really now is whether he'll rest his players for Derby, but we're going to talk about that at the end of the video. But Leyton Orient, no disrespect to them, they're not on the finest of form, but I know they'll turn it around. But let's look on and move on to the danger men. So we're going to look at the danger men for Leyton Orient, and they are 20th, but they have got some danger men. We look at the top goal scorers. Josh Wright, this midfielder they brought in from Bradford this season. It was last signing of Justin Edinburgh. He's on 7 goals, 1 assist this season. Behind him is Jordan Drew on 6 goals and 3 assists, and Lee Agnell, used to be a former Mansfield player, and Connor Wilkinson, both on 4 goals, 3 assists for Connor Wilkinson and 1 assist for Lee Agnell. But not only in attack, they're very good in defence as well. Happe and Coulson in the back line, Brophy as well on the fullbacks. Joe Widdowson as well, I think, is still around the Leyton Orient books. Leyton Orient do have some good players. Of course, the Cobblers, we saw it, the 4 goals in midfielders, Chris Lyons, Nicky Adams, Paul Anderson, starting to really evolve. The back 3, of course, solid as always. David Cornell, he did concede in the 4-1 win, but really solid, made some fantastic saves throughout the game. Of course, the 2 strikers of the day, Oliver and Andy Williams, are definitely a threat for Grimsby. But let's move on to my score prediction. So on to the final part of the video, the score prediction, and it's a major talking point. We're playing Derby County on Friday, which Matt will preview. Big game under the lights. It's fantastic for the football club. BT Sport, both Northampton and Northampton Saints. Whether you don't like sport, to have both sporting teams on the TV is fantastic. I think Leyton Orient's going to be an interesting game because we may see a heavily rotated side, because realistically the money probably is more important. Let's say Keith Card has options on a few players. Let's say Keith Card has an option, but he hasn't got enough money for his first option, and he's got money for his second option. If he gets that money from the FA Cup and he can afford his first option, that kind of thing, that kind of point is where Keith Cole may look to address. But at the end of the day, the league is the main focus. We don't want to be in League 2 next season. We need to be in League 1. There's no point saying, oh, we got to the 5th round of the FA Cup last year, but we're still in League 2. We need to progress as a football club. I do think there will be changes, but not heavy changes. We haven't really got any other defenders, so I'll probably see like Reece or Johnson maybe at centre back or something. But I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw. I think it's just going to be a scrappy game. Cobblers going to take a point and move on, kind of thing, and then Derby will be their main focus. A lot of changes for that. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. On my mind it's Derby. I think every football fan, every Cobblers fan, has got Derby County on their mind, even probably the players. But a fantastic win against Morecambe. Hopefully we can continue on and having a beaten 2020. Just like we did when Wilder won the league, hey? Fingers crossed. Anyway, guys, thank you very much, guys, for watching. Hopefully we can get 3 points and 3 points against Derby. Thank you very much. See you later.